What's up? What's up, y'all? Happy Friday. Ah, it's Friday. I'm trying to go through this. It's Friday. It's a good day. I didn't think I was gonna make it last night. It's a good day. I'm about to go get some. What do you call this? What you call this? Starbucks. And we're gonna talk right here. We're gonna talk a little bit. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Let the diva know you stopped by. If you are new to the channel, thank you for subscribing and watching and contributing to discussions. We talk about everything, and just jump in where you fit in. You know what I'm saying? Like a double dutch or whatever. You know. I'm sleepy. This has been the craziest week for me. Just the craziest week. Anyways, we're gonna start off with our. We said we was gonna do every Friday, buy Black Friday. So if you have the opportunity today to buy from a Black-owned business, go ahead and do that. I got 2 submissions for our buy Black Friday. That's Royal Nation. I'll put it on the bottom, Royal Nation, and they're on Instagram. And these are for handcrafted custom design creations like bracelets, earrings. I'll show you a picture of the Instagram page so that you can see, and then go support, okay? And then the other one that we have is ittybittybaby.com, and that is custom designs, also custom designs. So we got folks making things, which is it's a wonderful thing. We love people that make things. And these are like letterings for like kids and stuff like that. I'll again post a picture for you to see it. Shout out to you guys. Thank you for submitting. If you guys want your business shouted out next Friday, your small Black business, go ahead and send me an email with the subject Buy Black Fridays, and then we will shout you out on Fridays, okay? Hold on one second. Let me get my Starbucks. Good. Oh, it is. Is it? Okay. Okay. Can I have a let me have a I want to try the cinnamon shortbread latte, please. Can I have a grande? Yeah. And then is that made? Okay, that's made. Can you make it with soy milk? Yeah. Yeah, good. No whipped cream. No. Yes, hot, please. Thank you. Thank you. He said, "This is Starbucks, nigga. What? Okay." So look, we're gonna go through the drive-through, and then we're gonna get to talking. I have a couple stories that you guys sent me, but I did want to give an update on B. Smith, and then also let me write this down before I forget, because I did want to talk about real quick. I know y'all get mad. Y'all you don't get mad, but I do a lot of talking about Cardi B. Because despite it all, her little thing, she just keeps, I don't want to say if it's winning, but she keeps, everything works itself out for her, and it's continued to work itself out. You know, the thing that happened with the Harper's Bazaar, at the Harper's Bazaar icon party, where her and Nicki Minaj got into it, and she threw the shoe and had the knot on her head, and we were all talking about how hood and how ghetto she was, and you know, basically a lot of people took it from the standpoint, you at these white people's establishment, y'all acting like niggas, basically. You know that I do not like to use our own shit against us in the same way that other people use it against us, but Cardi B has been given a spread in Harper's Bazaar that is reminiscent of Cinderella, where she's running with a red dress on with no shoes on. And also on the front, on the cover, blowing fire out her mouth. I will post the picture so that you can see it, how one, Here's what I think. I think it's wonderful and I think it's great. I think a black publication or Latin publication or whatever, a hip hop magazine, music publication missed out on the opportunity, because it's probably those same people that felt like what she did was hood and ghetto, and they missed an opportunity to make a play on it. I'm surprised Vibe didn't do anything, or at least Double XL or Rolling Stone, but low key, here we go, these fashion houses and fashion magazines monetizing off of our hood and our ghetto shit. So I think it's kind of ironic for that. Oh, let me get my wallet, and we'll keep it talk. We'll keep it going. We're gonna talk about Dusty. Hi.
55. I love your glasses. Those are so cute.
Thank you.
I need to start wearing mine.
You said 555? Okay, good. That's good. 3 5s. Yes. You know, got me dripping with finesse. Yeah, they make money off of our shit.
Have a great day.
You do the same. Thank you. Bye. You too. Girl, I thought it was 555. I was like, yes, 3 5s. Come on through. Play the number. Y'all better play that number. So anyways, yeah, so we're gonna talk about Dusty Dan. Is that what Tanya TK? I love when I tell you I love Tanya TKO, I fucking love her. The other day she was cussing Nick Cannon the fuck out. She started speaking patois. I was here for every minute. She was so mad she couldn't help it. I loved it. I loved every minute, because that's how mad I was too. It's one point where Nick Cannon said a black man can make black babies, and my babies are black and all this other stuff. And she was like, he said, me being a black man, any baby I have makes them automatically black. And then I said, no it won't. And then she said it at the same time. No it won't. Oh, she was so mad at him. But anyway, she calls Dan Gatsby Dusty Dan or Dirty Dan or something she calls him. But apparently there was a broadcast on, I don't know what station it was on, but I watched this clip with his name is Paul Woolford. Is that his name? And he is no, not Paul Woolford. What's his name? Paul, what is his name? Oh shit, I wrote his name down. I just put Paul. What in the fuck is his name? But he is a blogger, and he has a podcast and things like that. I'll put his name on the bottom. I'm mad because I meant to write his last. Wharton, Paul Wharton. I think that's his name. I want to say that's his name. But he is a friend of B Smith. I was about to say B Scott, honey. Did I say B Scott the first time? Shout out to B Scott. But I thought, did I say B Scott, child? Don't get me. I haven't even tasted my drink. Look, I'm talking to y'all. Let me get my shit together. Child, let me get my shit together. Paul Wharton. I think that's his name. I'm gonna put it down. I hate when I do that. I really hate when I do that. But anyways, he's a long-time friend of B Smith, and he said that he was up in the Hamptons and that he saw B Smith, Dan, and he was at a party, and he has video of himself at this party with, on Instagram, recording, and in the background you see Dan and Alex Lerner all hugged up, and he's all in her face, kissing her all in the face and shit. I'm like, wait a minute, wait the fuck a minute, like, you really that bald, nigga? Like, I'm just like, oh, you already doing something that's unconventional, especially in our community. Then you doing it with a white woman. This black woman has created a legacy. She is what Martha Stewart is to white folks, to us. You understand what I'm saying? Lifestyle, restaurants, lines at chain stores. You know what I'm saying? Bath and Body Works it is. And this black woman has created a legacy for herself. As soon as she gets sick, her husband goes out and finds a white woman to help him take care of her. I don't care. I said it the other day. that I don't like it. I think that woman would probably mistreat her. And this man is on this show talking about how at one point he was sitting down with B, with her husband, and with his mistress, and B reached for something and she slapped her hand. And he said he grabbed her hand. Thank you, black man, for protecting a black woman when her husband isn't protecting her, and grabbed the white woman's hand and told her, you can't do that. Well, she acts like a toddler. But she's not a toddler. That's a grown-ass woman, lady. And you up in her fucking house living off of her legacy with this motherfucking man. And I don't give a damn. You can, if you wanted to feel like your needs need to be met, you need to be loved and cared for in a way that your wife, who is ill and did not choose to be ill, that you would keep this woman private, and then you pawning her off like she's a caregiver. She ain't no caregiver. I don't know. That is the reason why I said it will be more palpable for me for it to be a black woman, because I feel like she would take care of her differently, and I feel like she would have more respect. But there's another part where he said that they were at the table, B wasn't there, and they were at the table. Let me backtrack. I don't know if B was there or not, but they were at the table, and Dan says to Paul, you know, B is the kindest, sweetest woman that I have ever met. And this woman slaps him on his arm and says, how could you say that in front of me? How could you say that she is the sweetest kind of woman? Bitch, that's his fucking wife. Are you crazy? And can you imagine how jealous she is of that woman? I don't give a fuck. She has an accomplishment and a legacy, and you got this woman out here, what? Slapping you because you're saying to another person that your wife is the kindest, sweetest person you have ever met, and this bitch is jealous, slapping you on the arm. I don't feel like B is being protected. I feel like her husband is being selfish, and he's only looking out for himself, and in the process of looking out for himself, he is neglecting looking out for his wife. And somebody, I don't know where her friends are. Yes, his daughter, who she helped raise, is in agreement with it, which of course that's her dad, but I don't think it's right. I don't think it's right at all. And like somebody said, if that was my mom and dad, and my mom got Alzheimer's and my dad was out here, not my mom and dad, but this is what the man was saying. If my mom and dad were together and my mom got Alzheimer's and my dad went out and got another woman, I'd be fucking pissed. Who the fuck would you bring this woman in here? Not just a woman, but a white woman into this legacy that this black woman has built for herself. FYI, B. Smith's birthday is August 24th, same as mine. Shout out to B. Smith. She needs somebody to do wellness checks on her consistently. I don't agree with it. I told y'all that I would feel more comfortable if the woman was black, because I feel like she would take more care of her. But what he needs to do is use the money that B. Smith worked hard for and get her some professional caregiving help. You can bet I don't trust that lady. I don't trust her. I don't trust her. You over here mediocre as fuck, dating. She was in a relationship. I did a little research on the lady. She was in a relationship with another black man who had a restaurant, and he got in trouble and ended up killing somebody. He hit somebody so hard that they fell and hurt their head. And Paul Wharton, that's his name. I did write it down. And she was dating this other black man, and he hit somebody and they fell and ended up dying from the head injury. And then she broke up with him when he was sentenced to jail for 15 months, and he did 10 of 15 months. But okay, so what do you do? What is your thing? What do you do, lady? You understand what I'm saying? I was like, no, I told y'all I don't feel comfortable with that. I told y'all I don't feel comfortable with it, and maybe that's culturally biased of me to be like, I'd rather a black woman help take care of her than this mediocre woman. She don't have no other room but to be jealous of this black woman's success. And now you over here living, and B would be okay with it, and I wouldn't be with her if B was well. Why? Because B would be fulfilling your needs. So you're telling us that because B is unable to fulfill your needs, you need to go out and find another woman and then put her in front of everybody's face. Unacceptable. You are out of order. Out of order, my nigga. Out of order. I saw this story last night. I don't know if someone sent it to me or I think somebody sent it to me. And it's about this black man, Evan Parker, who last month was found hanged and they said it was a suicide, but it's in the same, his name is Evan Parker, black man. They found him hanged. I want to say hung. I can't, that using that word is always weird. Hanged always sounds wrong to me, but it is the correct usage of the word. But it's the same jail as Sandra Bland, the same exact jail where they found Sandra Bland hanged. He had on January 25th, he attempted suicide by hanging and died days later. And it says one of the statistics are that 810 people since Sandra Bland died, not in that particular jail, but deaths by suicide in the jail prison system. 810 people lost their life in jail, and a third of them died by suicide. It's, you know what does it, and I don't believe, like, the story sounds kind of fishy. It's the same exact place where Sandra Bland was found. The story just sounds real fishy to me. And his name is Evan Parker, and he was in jail for attempted murder or aggravated assault, something like that. And they said he hung himself. They said Sandra Bland hung herself, and they ended up, the county ended up settling with her family. And part of their settlement was that they would create the Sandra Bland Act, and is basically talking about watching people on suicide watch, making sure that everybody's okay. Like, you should be watching these people. And then the jail system, the way that they break people down psychologically, do they do that to women, like keep them in cells for 23 hours a day? Or is that just men? Like, what is that about? And just watching how that system works, and I don't know why they do that, but when you're by yourself with your own thoughts for 23 hours a day, and you only get an hour to actually walk around, that is ridiculous. It makes me sick thinking about it, because it's like you are breaking down people psychologically, break them all the way the fuck down, don't rehabilitate them, and then send them out into the world. Like, the prison system is disgusting. And like I said, remember I mentioned the 13th Amendment yesterday. That shit, that loophole, that really needs to be amended. That's what Kanye meant. I know he didn't say that he to abolish the 13th Amendment. He said that, but it needs to be amended to take that out, because that's awful. It's just awful. And then we're talking about people in jail with the California fires up in Butte County. $1 an hour for 10 hours. So you make $10 in the day. You can't even buy a proper meal. And that's what you're giving people, inhaling smoke and shit. And then they were using youth from youth facilities as well. Like, that's incredible. Anyways, but yeah, that needs to be investigated. So we'll see what turns out with that. What else I want to talk about? Oh, this is a lot of kind of funky ass news today. This white nationalist, somebody sent me this, shout out to Justin who sent this to me, but a white nationalist army vet, 30 years old, was found guilty of stabbing a 66-year-old black man named Timothy Kamen with a sword. He pled guilty to 6 counts of murder, including hate crimes, and then he's going to be sentenced on the 13th of February. He said, this white nationalist army vet said that he killed this man as practice. This was a random killing as practice so that he can start a race war. He said he stalked several black men so that he could figure out who was going to be the first one that he can practice on so that he could start a race war. They said this man was out, the black man was out collecting cans and bottles when he was murdered randomly by this white man. He's going to jail for a long time. We're going to watch him. I didn't even take down his name, but the black man who was killed, his name was Timothy Kallman. Crazy. Crazy. That's all I got to talk about, y'all. Shout out to everybody who has supported the channel, who has supported me, who is sending me emails, stuff to talk about. I appreciate all of that. If you want to send for advice, that's called Well Since You Asked, you can email me at politeasfckpod@gmail.com. And you can follow me on Twitter at sweetfacedinero, Dinero, and then also on Instagram. I can't remember the Instagram. It's polite as fuck, but I can't remember where the underscore is. So I'll put it down at the bottom. That's gonna be my time today, y'all. Tell me, hopefully you guys have a wonderful weekend, and take care of each other, protect each other, protect your energy, protect your magic, protect black women, protect black children, protect black men. Shout out to y'all. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Hopefully you have a wonderful weekend. Tell me what y'all plan on doing this weekend as well. I plan on doing absolutely nothing. All right, y'all. Oh, Nene got suspended for fighting one of the cameramen on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Child, I ain't been watching, so I don't know. Y'all take care of each other. Protect your energy.